I wanted to provide a video to kind of give you guys a little bit of navigation help with our Canvas website. If you take a look here, this is where you log in. When you when you come to our site, you'll see a picture of the book here and a little bit of a welcome with some information. If you look over here on the left-hand side, you'll see the different areas that we'll be using. And any announcement that I put up will be in the announcements area. It also is going to be emailed to your Delgado account. So anything that I post up here also is emailed to you. A little advice, you want to definitely make sure to check your Delgado email frequently throughout the semester. And if you go over here to account and click on it, guys, you'll be able to change your information. You can put a profile in here to get some extra credit points from me, and you can actually put in another email address. So if you use a primary email that's different than Delgado, you can stick it in here in your account area. So anything that's emailed from a professor to your email, your Delgado email, will also show up in here for you. It'll also go to your primary Gmail account or another account. So that's kind of a good thing to know and do. For the extra credit for me, you guys, when you go into profile, I can't get in because this is obviously for you guys, but you're prompted to put in a little bit of information about yourself, and so it's like a short bio and also a pic, just a regular standard pic. Head pic would be better. We don't really, some people put in family pics, and that's fine. If you want to put an emoji in there, you don't want to have your actual face. I understand that too. But to get the extra credit points, I need a short bio and a actual pic of your face or emoji or whatever. Modules is the main place you guys are going to be going. That's where everything is located. So every time you log in to our course, you guys want to go to the modules right away. I mean, I realize you can scroll down and you'll see the assignments laid out at the bottom and the due dates and the different times. And you can actually click here and go into them if you like. But I recommend, so you don't miss anything, to go straight into the modules area. And we'll go there in a second. So anyways, if you scroll down, here's the textbook we're going to be using. And I highly recommend for this course being online to use the McGraw-Hill Connect, which gives you access to the ebook and everything you need. And I'll show you guys that in a minute. Here's a copy of the syllabus. You can pull it up, read through the syllabus, take a look at it, and kind of gives you some information about the course, talks about the assignments, talks about all the policies in the course and other things. My information's down here, my contact information, and I am not going to be on campus at all this semester, guys. So you're going to definitely want to set up times with me. I'll be doing it through the phone, FaceTime, also Zoom meetings I can set up with you guys for office hours. I don't have it posted yet because I'm still trying to figure out what those office hours are going to be each week, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I do, which will be in a few days. And then if you want to email me, right here is an easy way to get to me and email me. I always recommend emailing through our site here too, guys, because then I know exactly who you are and what course. If you email me from your personal account or just outside of Canvas, then I have to figure out at first, especially these first couple of weeks, which course you're in. And I'm teaching like 6 different courses, guys. So it's easy to get me through here. Again, when you go in here, all the announcements will post. This is where you're going to get your textbook and also connect to Delgado or to McGraw-Hill Connect, which we'll be using. When you click in here, it's not going to do it it might for you guys. Let me take a look. There we go. It's just you're going to hit begin, and then it's going to walk you through the steps of connecting. And basically for me, I'm already in, so it shows it that way. But you'll come down here, and to begin the process, you'll put in your email address, hit begin. I can't go any further right now, and it'll prompt you to purchase the Connect, which you're going to have for this course, which comes with the textbook, the e-textbook, everything you need, or to put in a code. So if you bought a code through the Delgado's bookstore or any other site, it's going to prompt you to put in that access code. But basically, if you have not done that, you can buy the access code this way. You go in, hit begin, and it'll take you through the steps of getting registered and then paying for an access code. You can also have 2 weeks free trial, y'all. You get a 14-day free trial if you want to. If you need a couple weeks before you have the means to purchase the code, you can work on assignments and it'll save it all. It'll all be there for you, which is pretty cool. So let me go back out to where we were. So when you go to the modules area, you're going to see the setup of the course. And I just put this video up here for you guys. I want you to watch it. Welcome to social psychology video. Maybe some of you have already seen it by the time this one gets up there. And then it's just got a let's getting started area. And so I want you guys to, first of all, do the meet and greet. If you haven't done this already, you'll click in, let's get to know each other. And it's going to ask you to answer some questions about yourself. And so you're going to answer in one post, 1 through 4. I gave you an example of what I posted. And to do that, you guys, you're just going to hit reply. You go in here to reply, and it opens up a text box for you. And so you'll type in a lot of stuff. Just I'm putting gibberish now. And then you'll hit post reply, and it'll come up. There we go. That's me, test student. So after you've put in your post answering those questions, you're going to reply to at least 2 people. On every discussion board, I call this a discussion board, you're going to reply to at least 2 people, preferably more, you guys. And to do that, you find a student and what they posted, and you go, oh, okay, test student here. I want to reply to him or her. And then you hit reply, and then you type it up in the text box and hit post right here, post reply, and it comes up. And so y'all will be doing that throughout the semester. We'll have different discussion boards, not every chapter we cover, but on different ones. And that's how you do that. And then you can always go back in and reply to other people at a later date. So you might want to post one day answering the questions and then come back and reply to various people that show up here. As you kind of go through it, you'll see people show up and stuff like that. So we'll be doing a lot of that. So back to modules, you're going to see those show up. You're also going to see my video lectures for each chapter will be posting, and you'll have some questions that you have to answer on each of the video lectures. So you'll watch my video lecture, and then there'll be 5 to 10 questions. And typically they're multiple choice. Some of them will be fill the blank. Or even short, brief essay, usually not that long with the essay. They're usually brief. You'll see them show up here. Now, for each chapter, you're also going to have a reading and answer, which is part of our Connect work, and a Connect assignment. And I'm going to show you guys that. You simply click here, though, to do the reading and answer, and then it won't take me in from this window. I'll show you it in a second. And then the Connect assignments are here. This is another class discussion, just like I showed you a second ago. And so they're going to show up, and you've got all the chapters laid out here. Chapter 2, Chapter 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we take our midterm. And here's the midterm. And the midterms are going to be all online, guys. They're going to be open book, open note. You'll have, usually I give 2 hours for the midterm, 2 hours for the final exam. It is once you start it, you have to finish it. So it's timed. You can't go back in. Everything else in this course, you guys, it's open time. As long as you do it before the due date and the date, or the due date, sorry, and the time, which is typically Sunday nights at midnight. The midterm exam, the final exam, your 2 exams, those are different. Those are forced completion. You have to complete them. Within the 2 hours once you start it. It's not lockdown browser. I'm not using it this semester, so you don't have to worry about that. But you do want to kind of be mindful of that. There's also a study guide. I'll have it posted, and I'll answer questions. We'll probably do like a Zoom Q&A session prior to the midterm to help you guys with some guidance on what to study and specifically what to look for. The midterm exam, it's all multiple choice. The final exam, it's all multiple choice. 50 questions on the midterm. I believe there's like 75 to 100 on the final exam. Actually, that's wrong. The final exam is 50 questions too, because it's not cumulative. So after the midterm, chapter 7 on persuasion, 8 group influence, 9, and then we eventually make our way to the final exam here. If you go back to modules, you're going to have some information about our project or course project, and that's going to be, well, I'll have it coming up. It's not posting right now, but there is a project that goes along with this course. It's not a lengthy project. It's more of a research project, but I'm going to encourage you all to get creative with it. And I'm going to post a video specifically about the project. So look for that coming up probably later in the week. You'll see that video, and it'll give some suggestions about ideas for this project. And I'll talk more about that later. So grades are here. Anytime you want to see your grades, click this and they'll come up and you'll see the layout of that. You've got people that are in our course, library, if you need help there, Canvas orientation. If y'all haven't done work on Canvas before, take this student orientation. Advising if you guys need help with your classes. And then Zoom is for when we do Zoom individual sessions, for if you need to spend some time with you during office hours. And I'll schedule that with you individually, and then you'll come in here and click Zoom to access the Zoom meeting that you and I set up. So you can text me, you can email me, and we can set up a Zoom time to where we can do that. Or if FaceTime or just a phone call. You know, some of you guys would just prefer a phone call, and we can do that as well. Either way, you might have to show me something, so the Zoom's good for that. Or for me to show you something, either on my computer or what have you, that might be helpful. Again, you're going to definitely register with Connect. Now, I'm going to show you guys a little bit about Connect. When you go into Connect, it's going to look like this, I believe. It's going to look very close. This is your view. So if you guys are not super comfortable with using the Connect ebook, the ebook is all within here. And these are your chapters. And so like for the reading and answer right here, you'll click on this, and then you've got open time, you guys. The due date is August the 23rd at 11:59 p.m. as long as you have it done by that time. Now for the reading and answer, you have to complete all of it, 100% of it. And so when you go in, wait for it to load here, it says, here's a due date. That's the approximate time it takes, about 1 hour and 25 minutes, and there's 47 concepts covered here. You're going to then, you can start with the reading, which is good, or you can start with the questions. So, and you can flip back and forth, you guys, between these as you move through this assignment. So I'll start with the reading, and there's a lot of highlighting in the reading, which really helps kind of get the main points. But once I do some reading, I'm going to go, okay, let me answer some questions. And the questions are going to come up. It's got a little bit of information, some tips. Remember, this is not timed, and you can go in and out of this as much as you want. So if you work on this for about 20 minutes and you have something you have to do in your life, you can come back a couple hours later. You can come back a couple days later, as long as you have it done by the due date. So it's going to ask you different questions. So social psychology science studies how blank influence us, and that's one you're going to type in. And then once you type it in, how, I don't know, people, I'm just putting right offhand. My confidence is like medium. It's incorrect. So situations is the correct answer. So next question. Now, don't worry about getting them right and wrong, you guys, because the ones that you get wrong, it'll bring you back to do it again. This is called adaptive learning, and it's really reinforcing the information and very helpful. So I'm going to work through questions, and then at any point that I'm not sure about the answer, I can go to the reading, and it takes me right to where I need to go. And then, so I'll say, I'm just picking one randomly. Yeah, it's high. Okay, it's incorrect. So basically, correct answer, social psychology's principles are applicable to everyday life. Attitudes shape behavior, and behavior shapes attitudes. I can read about this concept, or I can move on. Actually, it wants me to read about the concept, so I'm going to read about it. Back to the questions. It's going to continue to have you go back to the questions and back to the reading. Next question, it'll bring you to something different. So at any point, you guys, you can read and answer questions, and you go back and forth. And it's basically you're going to work through these concepts. And once you're 100% done, it's going to let you know that. But you have to finish them, do 100% of it for you to get the 15 points that are attached to this. Sorry, guys. Let me go back to student view. Okay. The other ones are the Connect assignments, and they're a little bit different